A man with a shriveled hand. That's the subject of our story today. It was a Sabbath day, and Jesus went into the synagogue to pray. And when he was there, he saw a man who had a crippled hand, probably from birth. It didn't say what day it was, but it was a Sabbath day, which meant that all the religious leaders would be there. So Jesus knew that when he did what he was about to do, they would be watching closely. So he looks at the man with the crippled hand and he says to him, "Stretch out your hand." Now, if you've ever had a physical disability, you know that when someone asks you to do something that you can't do, it's really insulting. It's like telling a blind person to open my eyes. I can't see. When someone tells a deaf person, "I want you to hear me now," or someone who's in a wheelchair, "I want you to run that race over there," they're basically saying, "You're not capable. I know you can't do it." But Jesus didn't know this man, didn't know this man's limitations. And the thing that he asked him to do was the very thing that would prove his limitations. But something in Jesus' voice made this man with the crippled hand obey. He stretched out his hand. And when he did, it was obvious to everyone that this man's hand was withered and shriveled. There was no doubt in anyone's mind that this man could not do anything with that hand except maybe wiggle his fingers. And so Jesus looked at them and he said, "Is it lawful on the Sabbath to do good or to do harm? Is to save a life or to destroy it?" They were stumped. They didn't know what to say. Then Jesus said, "I ask you, which is greater, the Sabbath or the Son of Man?" The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. And he healed that man right then and there in the synagogue. And we can learn some important lessons from this. One is that when people try to tell us that we can't do something, sometimes we believe them, even though God hasn't told us that we can't. This man had been walking around for years with a crippled hand, thinking that he couldn't do anything with it because people had told him so. But when Jesus asked him to stretch out his hand, there was something in Jesus' voice that made him think that he could, and he stretched out his hand. Now look at verse 11. It says that Jesus rebuked them with a bit of sarcasm. He said, "Which is greater, the Sabbath or the Son of Man?" In other words, I am the Lord of the Sabbath. I am the Lord of this situation. And if I say that it's okay to break the rules in order to help someone, then it's okay. If I say that it's okay to break the rules in order to save a life, then it's okay. I say that it's okay to break the rules in order to help someone, then it's okay. So if the rules are getting in the way of helping someone, then the rules have to go. Friends, mercy is greater than rules. Mercy is greater than tradition. And when we see someone in need, we should do what we can to help them. Let's pray.